Hey Dragon fans, this is Dave Dryden with Dry Dragon Den Studios, and today I'm going to unbox the Usagi Yojimbo Special Edition 2-volume hardcover box set. I'm really excited for this. This is the 25th anniversary edition, and so I'm kind of late to the game here, but really excited to unbox this and kind of present it to you today. I will say that Usagi Yojimbo, just like the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, have been an influence for me, my brother, as we have drawn comics and cartoons over the years. So have always wanted to get something like this, and now today is the opportunity to unbox it finally. This is what I was able to get with some of my birthday money. I think on retail it's $120 for this thing, this hardcover set. But I was able to find a pretty good deal, just under $100 for the full set here. So, all right, we're gonna go ahead and unbox this and make some commentary as we do so here today. I've got my trusty box cutter, and we're gonna rip into this here. Gotta be kind of careful. Don't want to damage anything. Okay, here we go. We're getting there. Pull out all the protective material, and first of all, I will say that right away it kind of glares at you because it's got a red cover on the slip box here. So for sure it's definitely something that stands out right away. There's Usagi, our hero, and looks like he's on the battlefield of death. On the side here, it looks like lays out a little bit of the information for the volume. It says the entire first decade of Stan Sakai's masterpiece. I've done a lot of kind of research as I've been looking at purchasing this, and it's been really interesting to learn about Stan Sakai. So I myself have Japanese blood in me, half Japanese, and my mom grew up in Hawaii for some time of her childhood, and learning more about Stan Sakai, there's definitely some parallels with him. Living in Hawaii, being a Japanese American, and just his love for cartooning and comics, funny animals. I think for me that's really exciting to hear that and learn about his story, how he came to fame, and what he's created for the masses here. So looks like we got a great little picture of Usagi Yojimbo here on the front. I have learned Japanese over the years. I spent a couple years in Japan, so Usagi actually means rabbit, and Yojimbo means bodyguard. And you can think of it as kind of the old Ronin or samurai. The storyline takes place in feudal Japan, and of course it's an alternate universe of feudal Japan with funny animals. Let's go ahead, you know what, without getting too much into commenting here, let's go ahead and open these up and show some of the artwork. I'm sure beautiful artwork that he's got ready for us in here. Take the wrapping off, and I know it's a 2-box set, so you can see there's 2 here, edition 1, edition 2. Oh my gosh, these are beautiful. So here are the two books in the volume, the 2 volumes. Volume 1, Volume 2. Here we go on a standoff battle. I'm going to say this real quick. So my brother collected several of the books when we were younger, some of the collected volumes by Fantagraphics, and so he read quite a bit of them. I kind of perused them and really liked them as well, but never got into the storylines yet. Just I had other things I was into, but I've always had reverence for Usagi Yojimbo and what he was, what he stood for. And so I can't sit here and tell you who all the characters are in these storylines, but I'm really excited to learn more about it. It looks like there's the same, there we go. Both sides are going to be the same, kind of the same pictures. Love that. So let's just kind of flip through a few of these pages here. I'll try and see if I can come up closer to the camera so you can see the artwork. First of all, I will say this is very well made, very nice hardcover. If it's something that you want to kind of have as a special edition you can keep in your home, this is definitely the way to go. Definitely paid for it, but happy to see that this is going to be well taken care of just due to the nature of the quality of these books. So here's a few things and pictures I'll go through. Here's the kind of the title page here with some nice silhouettes. There's Usagi in his battle gear. And of course, I'm not going to go through all of these pages, but what I loved about this comic is it was black and white. And this is back in the days, like it came out in the 80s, right? Back in those days, all the independent comic artists were trying to get out and promote their stuff. And one of the ways they were able to do that was through black and white, right? They couldn't go to the major comic publishers like Marvel and DC, and they had to find all the alternate ways to get their artwork out. So black and white, I think, was a cheaper way to get their stuff out. But I think what I love about black and white is it's the contrast of the artwork that really kind of appeals to me, because black and white are definitely opposing tones, right? And a good artist will be able to know how to kind of appeal to the audience through the two tones as you read it. You can, like, you know, this page here, you can see, you know, very quickly the bad guys versus Usagi. Your eye flows very easily through it. And I think Usagi was really cool because the storylines were very well researched. And these are some things I've learned a lot about with Stan Sakai. He researched feudal Japan, you know, medieval Japan, and what happened. And it wasn't just like history in the you know, central figures in history, but he got into things like you know, the simple things of making soy sauce, right? And just the artwork, the art form of making swords, and would actually put all this stuff into his storylines. So that's what I really love about this. He didn't just do this for fun, right? I mean, these are fun to look at, but he did it because he loved his history, he loved his ancestry, and he wanted to teach that and promote that in his artwork. And this reminds me a lot of these, the pictures and things as you go through, it reminds me just some of the stoicism and the way he captures emotions throughout the comic. It reminds me a lot of like Jeff Smith and his Bone comics, right? He didn't have to say much on the page either, you know? Some of these pages, no words are said. Like here's one, for example, right? No words are said, but you can understand and feel the emotions as you you know, glance at the page. I love that. I love how, you know, and that's the other thing is, you know, the artwork is nothing like, it's funny animal artwork, right? But I love how you can still get emotion and capture that even through something as simple as like cartoon characters, right? I can't wait to read through these and share it with my kids. Look at that, I love this. Let's see if I can get that close to the camera here. I love just the simpleness of black and white, but just it's like an epic artwork, right? Usagi, and there's, I think these are those lizards, I don't know, dinosaurs or lizards that he has throughout this book. I think he's been interviewed about them, and he's just like, I just really liked how they looked, so I drew them in, even though I don't know that there were these kind of lizards back then, but he just kind of made it part of the fantasy world of Usagi Yojimbo. Let me go to book number 2. Here we go. And again, it's kind of similar opening here as far as kind of the setup for the book. You know, the capturing the information, the basics of the book. But man, getting into this, these are great. You just want to read it, right? The expressions on their faces, you just want to see what is going on with this storyline, right? So some kind of other information about this. So this is the 25th year anniversary edition. So I'm probably like, I don't know, 10 to 15 years old as far as, you know, I'm late to the game here. But he has been doing Usagi Yojimbo for over 40 years. I think that's what it, yeah, because it came out in 84. And I guess this is the 40, right? This is 40 years now in 2024. So really cool to see that he's had something going that long in his career and keeps doing it. And you know, as you listen to him, Stan Sakai, on his interviews, very simple man. And in my mind, he's just a simple man, likes the simple things of life. Not showy, you know, but I think his impact, I think, has been really phenomenal, right? As far as teaching about Japan, teaching about, you know, samurai, some of the, you know, art forms within that time period, and bringing that to the forefront. I think he's had a huge impact, and that's what I love about that, right? You don't have to be showy, you know, to make an impact, right? Find something that's interesting to you, which is what he did. Do a good job at it. Do a good job telling the stories, and people will resonate with it. I think that's what I love about Stan Sakai. I think there are some, with this book, there's some extra material as well. So this, I think, captures the first 7 Usagi books by Fantagraphics. I know he's been through different publishers throughout the years. I think 2 or 3 different publishers. And so this is all the Fantagraphics collection for those 7 books. But I know that towards the end, there's like actually some bonus. Ah, here we go. So not just black and white stuff here, but you can get into, oh, this is beautiful. His actual cover work is in color. There's some things, some of the covers. Here's one. I know there's a great storyline about a kite, the kite maker or something. I'm really looking forward to reading that one. I think it won like a number of awards as well. And I think that one even he includes, like, you know, the whole art history of making kites in Japan. I think is a big part of that, which I think is cool. He was able to include that. Just kind of go through a few of these here if you can see them. I know he brings a lot of the legends of Japanese folklore into his storylines as well. Not just history, but also the legends. Oh, and then this is what I'm really looking forward to. This is the interview. And I imagine a lot of it will be similar to what I've learned just going online to YouTube. Some of the interviews and stuff he's done, but just interested, really interested. Look at, there he is. There's Stan Sakai. Maybe you can see a picture of him, but looking forward to this. Very cool. All right. I think we'll go ahead and end the video now, but so excited for this. Hey, if you're interested in Japan or Usagi Yojimbo Funny Animals, highly recommend this. Looking forward to getting into this. All right, everybody have a great one, and until next time, ABC, always be creating.